Allah. Alhamdulillah, salatu wassalam ala rasulillah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wa alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. That's nice of you guys, but we don't need my name. I'm just gonna go over a few things real quick so that by the time we're done with the series, I would spit and wash it, but you guys are gonna get disgusted. I want to understand what you guys are each going for as far as career-wise. And the reason is because towards the end of the series, bi'idhnillah, we're actually going to go and kind of hopefully direct you guys whether what you're actually studying is more towards the halal or more towards the haram before it's too late. And if you're a senior, I'm sorry. It's not my fault. You should have consulted before. So just going around the room, we'll start from the bottom row and then we'll kind of just zigzag our way back. So what are you studying?
Medicine, Insh'Allah.
And what do you want to be?
A doctor.
Doctor. Okay. We'll start doing tick marks. This one's probably... yeah.
Computer science, software engineer.
Software engineer. You know what company you want to work for?
No.
Okay.
I'm the same actually. I don't know what company I'm working for.
Okay.
Civil engineering. I want to be a construction project manager.
Construction PM. You know what company you want to work for?
Yeah.
Who?
Torcon.
Torcon. Nice company. Yep.
Applying to pharmacy school.
A pharmacy. Okay. Farm. Yeah.
Software engineer.
Okay. Wait, you said software too?
Software.
So then we're at 3. Okay. We'll do a 1 for you other folks. Or you know how much we're at. Yeah.
Civil engineer.
This one or civil?
Civil.
Okay, we have a different category. Civil engineer. You know a company?
Yeah.
Oh, I know too. Yeah.
Information technology.
IT. Okay. Do you know what company you want to work for?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Civil.
Civil?
Yeah.
Over here?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah?
Doctor.
Yeah?
PA. Physician assistant.
Okay. Okay. So far, we're in a pretty good group. I remember we had some finance people in here as well. But nonetheless, when you guys start getting into these companies and you start wind up getting into the career fairs and you start getting hired, they're going to offer you guys with a lot of incentives, right? They're going to offer you guys with retirement plans, 401ks. Is that halal? Is that not? How do you break that down? We're going to go over that, inshallah. And we're going to go over the halal ways of making money, and there's also impermissible ways of making money. And then there's your day-to-day stuff, right? The things that you probably are involved in that you didn't realize may be in a gray area, and in some cases maybe straight up not correct, right? And then the other ones, obviously, if they're fine, alhamdulillah, they're fine. So today I'm just going to go an overview of some of the things that we're going to wind up covering, then we'll go into a little bit more detail. Halfway through, we're going to go into a little bit more of a practical sense. So and you know, this is going to come up obviously when we start going over home buying and home financing, and you guys are going to get into all that. There are certain halal ways that you actually can purchase a house. It's just that the easier way of doing it is the conventional way that everyone's used to, right? And so that's very problematic. But we'll go over that inshallah. So there are some halal ways of making money, and they're not necessarily quantifiable like you would study, right? Other than having a halal career and a good intention of doing that, there is one other thing that I always tell people. That you're, not just the intention, but the reason that you're studying all of this, right? 9 out of 10 times, if I went around and I asked you to write it down, why you chose this path, actually, you know what? Just so I don't prove I don't think anything wrong. Write down why you chose your particular career, right? Just write it on a small piece of paper. Don't go into details, right? Just literally whatever reason. My dad made me, my mom made me, whatever, you know, or I was carrying on the family tradition. I don't really care. But just write it down real quick, and I'm going to read them, and I'm going to read them out loud, so that we can all be on the same page. Just hoping nobody says they wanted to be a millionaire, because usually these, it's not that category, but okay. Never know. Never know.
need
Got some Post-it. I don't need one, but if you're done, just pass them towards the center of the row, and then I'll just come grab them real quick. Anybody need more time? Another second? Yeah, we'll give it another half a minute. Alright. All set? That's everyone here?
One more.
One more? Sisters, you all set? You can just pass them all to the sister up here. I'll grab them. Okay. Is that everybody? You got yours? You guys? Alright. Let's go. What's going on? So you guys don't feel awkward. I'm just going to mix them all up. But that's not mine. This is mine. Okay, he'll just pick them out. Alright. This one's... Okay. Sorry. What was this Post-it was? Easy. And now... I'm really starting to like to go. Inshallah, I will stick with it. Okay. I don't know if you knew what the assignment was. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what you mean easy. It's problem solving and coding. Nice coding. All right, this is good. Combination of two things. I like business and healthcare. You become an expert in two fields. I like that. All right, multiple things going on there. Passion for medical advancement and healthcare improvement within the United States and the Middle East. Working with refugees medical mission. Oh, that's very good here. All right, work-life balance. We got a work-life balance going on. All right. And, okay, it could be true for some of you. In my day, and it's probably not. It's probably the same. But anyhow, you guys over-exaggerate a little bit, right? Because you do nothing all semester, and then all of a sudden, it's crunch time. It's okay. But here's something I ask you: you're studying, you're doing your assignments, extra credit. Where's your extra credit with Allah? Where's the fasting Mondays and Thursdays? Huh? Where's the qiyam? Where's all of that? Because here's the funny thing, you guys don't sleep. This side, they're online playing video games half the night. You guys are just texting. I don't know what you're texting about. Just call. I think it's faster. But you just keep texting. So if you're already up, qiyam al-layl starts at what time? What did we say? We learned that last time. Half the night, which is 12 a.m., right? No, it's not. Right? When is half the night? From what time to what time? No, Maghrib to Fajr. So Maghrib, we know is at what, 6:15, 6:20? What is it?
6:50.
15?
6:28.
6:28? 30? We'll go with 30. Make it easy. And Fajr?
5:45.
Starting. 5:45? Not 5:30? Let's go with 5:30, only because it's just easier math. Okay, so let's just go 5:30. Half that night, obviously, you add the hours towards 12, minus the hours towards 12. You go in between, and obviously, you wind up getting qiyam. So from here to here, you're at not 6 but 5.5 hours, right? And then from here, 5.5. So you're lucky enough it is at midnight. It comes out, right? Because at 12, 5.5, yeah, around there, right? So if you're up at 12:15-ish, and pray 2 rak'at. That's qiyam. It's the beginning of qiyam al-layl. That's the beginning of the night prayer. And the companions never missed the night prayer. This is a reminder for all of us, right? So yeah, it's not wajib, but think about all of the barakah that you're missing out on. All right? And the other thing is, even though you're college students, I went over this with you 100 times. You should be donating all the time. And I don't care if it's a nickel, a quarter, you should be donating something every day. You don't have to have a lot of money to donate. This is between you and Allah. The other thing you have to recognize is how to make money through the way Allah tells us is through having taqwa and barakah, I believe. Oh no, istighfar. Istighfar. That's how the Prophet ﷺ, Nuh, he told his people that if you make istighfar, Allah Azza wa Jal will send down the blessings from the sky towards you. And also being grateful and thankful is number 3. Being grateful, and thankful. Right? And the way you do that, for example, is if Allah Azza wa Jal gets you something, get more, you give more. So these folks here, I want you to imagine this. If you're starting at 65, right? I'm just going to make it even easier, right? If we said you started at 50K, and you wanted to donate some money, and you donated $1 a day, I'm just making something very easy for you, right? $365 a year, and then all of a sudden, some time goes by, you're making 100K, you shouldn't still be donating $365. You should up it, double it up a little bit, or whatever you got to do. You should be a grateful servant. So you should constantly be donating, and this donation just keeps going up as life goes on. Okay? The most dangerous forms of income, the most dangerous forms of assets are in income. The most dangerous is riba. The most dangerous is riba. And riba in Islam is called usury. And it comes in a few forms. We're going to go over them in more detail in the coming months, but the coming weeks. So riba anyhow, Allah Azza wa Jal mentioned in Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 276, He said, يَمْحَقَ اللَّهُ الرِّبَى وَيَرْبِ الصَّدَقَاتِ وَاللَّهُ لَا يُحِبُّ كُلَّ كَفَّارٍ أَثِيمٍ. So Allah Azza wa Jal said, and Allah will destroy the riba, and He will give increase to the sadaqat, to the deeds, the charitable deeds, and alms, tax, the zakat, everything like that. And Allah does not like the disbelievers and the sinners. Very, very important. So riba is one of the worst things you could possibly get involved with. The other is al-ghish, which is cheating people. Cheating. And this isn't specific to people who sell by quantity or with an understanding. For example, you know as a person who owns your car, it's a used car, that it's got a problem with the catalytic converter, right? But it's $500 to fix it. Your car's worth $1,000, right? So you need the money. So you just say as is. Are you absolved Islamically when you just say as is? Come inspect it. Here's the keys. Take it around the block. What do you guys think? I told him as is. He's got eyes. He's got his own mechanic. Let him go into the car. I said as is. Yeah. What do you think?
I think if you give the person the opportunity to go check it at a mechanic,
and
they've done their due diligence, they're comfortable with all the efforts that they've taken to make sure the car is what they want to buy, then that's it.
You think that's fine?
I think you were clear enough.
You're clear to go. I know. I'm asking. See, this is good.
I think at that point, like, are you obligated to tell them? I don't know, but I think if you give them the opportunity to look for it and to figure out what's wrong with the car, and they agree with as is, this is what I want to buy, then who am I to stop them?
I see. It's good. Any other takers? Yeah?
I think you have, if you want to sell anybody anything, you have to be clear on every detail, any problems, all the issues, and you can tell them this is why it's cheap, this is why it's only for $1,000 because it needs a catalytic converter for $500.
So and what if he says that $500 I'm taking it off the $1,000? Then what do you do?
No.
No?
Just find somebody else to buy the car.
Okay.
If the car is originally worth more than 1,000 or more than 500.
If it's only worth 1,000 and you got this $500 problem, you're only going to get $500 for the car if you tell them.
Then you get the 500. That's
good. So the answer to that is absolutely required to tell them. If you know it's a problem, Islamically, you must tell them, right? Legally, in this country, you've absolved yourself legally by telling them as is. Unfortunately, with Allah, you didn't. You will meet Allah under a person who did ghish, right? And then Allah Azza wa Jal mentions in the Quran In which ayah? In Surah Al-Mutaffifin. وَيْلٌ لِلْمُطَفِّفِينَ. You know, we read this surah so many times and we don't even recognize what that first verse means. Allah Azza wa Jalla is saying, وَيْلٌ لِلْمُطَفِّفِينَ. The mutaffifin are those people who sell in weights and measures and scales and in cheating. Right? And so if there is a debt, you cheat them in giving back the debt. Right? If you owed them 5,000, you said, oh, or if you owed them, I don't know, some kind of money, you gave them less and you just, here, this is your debt. Oh, okay, that's fine. And if you needed money, you took more than you were owed. Right? Ghish in cheating comes in many different forms. In scales, in weight, in knowing something that's defective and you still did it, right? So that's something very important. And some of the companions, they even said, some of the scholars said, when Allah Azza wa Jalla said Wail, that is a valley in Jahannam specifically designated for these people. It's a valley in Jahannam called Wail that Allah Azza wa Jalla designated for these people. That's something very, very scary. You don't want a designated place anywhere other than paradise. Alright? So, some of the classical things that we're going to go over in terms of transactions, credit cards. Right? We're going to be going over credit cards. There are, and if you Googled this, you know that there's wide-ranging opinions on having them. You'll see. We'll go over that. We're going to be going over. Yeah, that's not really pertaining to you guys. But we're also going to go over having bank accounts, certain checking accounts, a good deed to help someone when they're in a financial burden, in a financial situation, not to exploit their financial need. That is why it's a qard hasana. That is why you're not allowed to take more than you offered them. You seek the reward only with Allah. That's it. It's a delayed gratification. You're hoping to get that satisfaction, that reward with Allah on the Day of Judgment, right? And that's very, very important. And then you have some people who are receiving the loan also doing al-ghish. They take it with the intention of never paying that person back. And they're the kind